podcast. Tout ce que je veux, c'est faire du cash.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the second episode of the Selopod, the podcast where I talk to my friends. Before I talk about today's guests, I want to thank Zuza, my last guest, who's also behind the camera today, who's the assistant. If you hear any noise that's out of sight, it's Zara. Thank you, Zara. And thank you to my guest today, who came all the way from America to do the Selen podcast. Okay, that's cringe.
Hi. You don't need to say that.
How are you? How are you, Jazz?
I'm good. Thank you for inviting me to this interview.
Interview, conversation.
Yeah, slash podcast. Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm gonna do an introduction for you, introduce you, and then I want you to introduce yourself.
Okay.
Because I feel like because now you're in America and like you keep meeting new people.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be a way you introduce yourself to new people.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you how you introduce yourself to new people. But first, so this is JazzCuti. She's an incredible artist, but also an incredible friend. She's very funny. She's very stylish, as you can see. And she's a pianist. She plays classical piano. She plays jazz, R&B, hip-hop. She sings, she raps, she produces. She does all of it. So, plus what? Fashion. I said she's stylish, huh? So, and she's right now in Berklee College of Music with a full tuition scholarship. So that shows you how talented she is, I guess. So that's my presentation for you. How would you present yourself?
I don't know how to present myself better than you did, but I'm gonna try.
Yes.
So my name is JazzCuti. Thank you for having me. And yeah, I started with classical piano. Then I did a jazz school, and I'm actually still studying jazz at Berklee now. But I'm an aspiring artist, composer, producer, and I'm currently working on my next project that should be out in a few months or weeks. I don't know, but it's kind of ready, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's out by the time I edit this, I'll put the links.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So, okay, you do a lot of stuff, but I want to go back to the beginning of your music journey.
Okay.
So I want to talk about what got you into music in the first place. I know your dad is probably a big influence, but I wanted to ask you what was the thing that you saw or you heard and you were like, I want to do music?
Well, I kind of didn't really have the choice when I was a kid, because my dad is a musician too, so I had to do an instrument. They really insisted on that point, so I started.
Did you choose piano?
Yeah, I chose piano. I don't remember why though, but my parents wanted me to do piano because it's a very complete instrument. You can play piano by your own, and also I think my parents didn't want me to learn violin because they didn't have the patience enough to hear me. So I started with classical piano and also in a choir.
Okay.
Yeah, I did both, and then after that I finished my studies. I got my degree, and then I went to the IMEP.
Wait, but before I want to ask you, you did a rock group at some point.
Oh,
no?
yeah.
I saw videos of you singing Smells
Oh
Like
my
Teen
God.
Spirit and stuff. And I was like, jazz? Singing rock?
Yeah.
Classic rock?
No, yeah. It's it was kind of a weird time. No, I mean, it was during high school, and my parents, we talked once with my dad, and he was like, yeah, I think, because classical music, especially, classical piano, it's, very lonely as an instrument, because you don't really get to play in an orchestra or anything. And at some point, we were like, yeah, it could be cool that you'd be like in a collective formation, so you can learn to play music with other people and stuff. And I remember like I had this guy who like asked me, "Hey, do you want to be in a group?"
Is your friend?
No, we weren't friends. I didn't know any of them. Like
Okay.
it just like we had a friend in common. Yeah, and so I just went to the house, and so then we started.
Went to the house, okay.
No,
Directly,
yeah.
and then we.
No, yeah. And I mean, it was kind of interesting too because like my parents listened to a lot of styles of music except from rock. Like
yeah, I was gonna say rock is not what I expect from.
Yeah, like really. I mean, it's not that we don't like rock music. It's just that we don't really have a very wide rock culture.
Yeah.
And so I really wanted to learn a bit more about it, and I think it was a cool, interesting part. And so also my first stages, like as a singer, it was with this group, so it gave me a lot of confidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in your home, you said there's other influences. What's like the music that, like, when you go to your house or go, like, you think of your childhood, what's like the music you think about?
I think my two first big influences were hip hop because my dad, he's like a very huge fan. Also like funk, soul, like James Brown, Prince, Michael Jackson, A Tribe Called Quest. And also because my dad's from the Caribbean, is from Martinique, so a lot of zouk and compa music like La Perfecta, Frères des Gens, Cassav, who are like
the
very...
references?
No, I'm just like, I didn't talk about that. That's cool.
You can like, these are very influential groups in Caribbean music, and so I think these were my first influences. And then after I started building. Okay, I don't know how you wanna like. C'est quoi genre l'ordre dans lequel tu veux?
No, go as you wish.
Okay.
There's no order.
No, I think after. Like I started during like my middle school era, I started like building my own musical culture more, and especially with K-pop. I listened to I listened to a lot of K-pop actually, and I think not everything is good in my, but like I really like the way they the producers view music, you know, because they mix a lot of styles and they have no boundaries, and it really inspired me in beat making.
Okay.
So yeah.
What's like a group you could name, like a K-pop group that you're like?
I think I really like NCT and aespa for their productions.
Okay.
They're really good. So yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And are you producing your own music, or are you?
Yeah, I do. I do produce my own music. Yeah.
No, that's good. I feel like because you can do so much stuff, like, do you have the pressure to try to do everything yourself when you're making music, or are you like, I still want to like collaborate and like?
I think that's a good question, especially because I think it's hard to find the right balance of like, when is it the right time to collaborate and when is it the right time to like just lock yourself in a room and do everything by your own. I think when I started like doing music, I wanted just to collaborate, like for collaborating. And so I called a lot of my friends who were producing and everyone, and I did some songs, but I thought it didn't really sound like me. It was interesting, but at that time I think I didn't have enough maturity to like be, oh, this I like, this I don't like, and I was just following blindly. And so that's the process. I made my first EP that I released, and I think I'm glad because I went the farthest I could go with this one, and then I put it out, but it didn't really sound like me.
Okay.
And so after that, I just wanted to like lock myself, and I really worked on my production. I was producing like every day and writing every day, and and I did a lot of songs, and I was like, oh, I really found my sound and
That's
found what I liked, and I did this like the whole summer, and now I'm in Berklee now,
Yeah.
so I met so many new people, and I get the opportunity to work and collaborate with so many people. But now it's better because I already know what I like, know what I
Yeah.
want, and I'm able to like
And I feel like you're confident
Yeah.
with yourself, and you can say like, I don't like that.
yeah,
Or I like that. like-
exactly. So I know what's good to take in collaborations and what's not good to take. So.
Yeah, that's cool, but that does come with experience, and I
Yeah,
feel
I
like now
think-
you're at a point. But that makes me like excited to hear like what you're gonna put out.
Yeah.
So you think what you're gonna put out, the EP or the?
Yeah, it's a EP. Yeah.
Okay, and do you think it like represents you fully, like who you are now?
I think it really represents what I do now. Even though like moving to America, it just made me. It just changed also like my writing.
Yeah.
And also, this EP that I'm gonna pull out is in French, and I feel like
Full French?
yeah, no, maybe there's one song in English, but
Okay.
it's like sometimes it makes the two, but it's like mostly French.
Okay.
And I feel like when you write in, I think it's the same for you. Like
Your own language.
when you write in your own language and when you write in English, it's so different ideas and lyrics.
Even the way I like express myself, it's different because it's like in English I feel like I'm writing the way like it's like the way I write in English, it's like a combination of all the songs I've listened to. It's not like my words. I feel like it's like even a lot of like the phrases I write, I'm like I think I've probably heard that in a song and I've copied it like even without realizing. But in Turkish, because that's how I talked, I think it's way more like how I would talk is how I would write.
Yeah.
So I think that's interesting. But now that you get to talk English every day, I feel like you're going to have like a very different way of looking at English writing in a few years.
Yeah, I think too. And also I feel like I really strongly believe that some styles really fit some languages. Like there are styles that I prefer in French and styles that I prefer in English, you
Like
know, like
what?
like honestly, like very lover R&B to me is weird in French.
Yeah.
Like because no,
I think I
mean,
get what you mean.
no,
also.
some artists really do it good, but
Okay.
like I think
I feel like you have
it's-
friends who do French R&B, no?
No, yeah, no. Some people, no, no.
Cancelled.
No, it's they do French neo soul, but
Okay.
like R&B, like really like Usher vibes or like D'Angelo vibes.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so American
Yeah.
because like it's the culture, So when I start like hearing beats like
Yeah.
this, it just I want to write English. It feels weird writing in
Yeah.
French.
Even for some reason, I'm thinking of like jazz. I can't imagine a jazz standard in French. I feel like,
I think
yeah?
Autumn leaves, they have in French too.
yeah.
Okay.
You have to listen to Georgina Brown.
Yeah,
to
that's
know.
that's true. That's true. So I take back what I said. I take back what I said. Oh my God, Gigi, if you watch this,
Gigi.
no, you can sing in any language. Okay, but so this is gonna transition into my next topic, which was I wanted to talk to you about. So you're like born and raised kind of in Clamart,
Yeah.
near Paris.
9210 représente.
This is the exact same thing Zara did with Klankfurt.
Clamart.
So, okay, can I refer to it as Paris or is it like a problem?
No, you can refer
No,
to it
is
as Paris.
Do you think it's like separate?
I mean, no, it's the Parisian agglomeration.
Okay,
Yeah.
so growing
But-
up.
No, sorry.
No, say.
Like, also, I'm proud to be like from Clamart because there are so much good artists that are from Clamart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Like. who?
Like Noana,
Ah.
Chami, Malter. Like,
Ah, il est de...
yeah.
Lol.
And
Tout le monde est de Clamart.
PLK, which is like one of the biggest
Like a
rapper
famous,
yeah, he's very famous in France. He's from Clamart.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll talk about Clamart. So when you get famous, they can say JazzCuti was from Clamart as well.
Not from Paris.
So growing up in Clamart, and I feel like you were in the Paris music scene, like
Yeah.
even if you are from Clamart, it's like.
Yeah. No,
Next
but
to it.
it's like.
So I was gonna ask you, like, what do you think, like, of the Paris scene, like, after living in it for a while and then going to Boston. Like, how is the music scene different?
Honestly, like Boston, I wouldn't say that Boston is like my favorite city, but also it's very weird because I've only been there for like 3 months, and I've been so busy with school. I barely know America. Like even like in Boston, I barely know the city. I just been in like the school and the neighborhood. I feel like it's different, but I feel like the Paris scene is very good scene. Like honestly,
I agree, honestly.
yeah.
There's a lot of diversity and a lot of really talented people.
Yeah, like from Bretagne.
90% of
Bretagne
the
scene coming to Paris.
literally 90% of the music community in Paris comes from Bretagne.
The best people. They're the best people.
I think everyone can agree with that.
I just feel like the only thing that I would say is that what I understood is that the American music scene, I really understood like how big folk music is there, like folk and country music, and how big it is there. And that's true that like in France, we're not like a huge fan of like American folk music because we don't speak the language, we don't understand the lyrics, so it's very hard to dive into this genre. And coming to America and seeing people do it and get to know it better, I think it really made myself learn about this genre and appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I really want to learn more and more about
country?
it. What? No, not especially country, but like
JazzCuti country album.
No, but especially
in a few years.
especially like the folk music. Like for example, like there were artists like Noah Kahan. I don't know if I say the name right, or even like more mainstream like Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
And Phoebe Bridgers.
Like very singer-songwriter.
Yeah,
types.
very singer-songwriting type. I didn't really listen to them because I didn't really understand the hype and stuff and like what was good about this music. And coming there and learning more the language and stuff, I think it also made myself evolve as an artist and make I was always really asked on the production side of the music, and now it makes myself dive more and more into the lyricism.
Lyrical part of it.
Yeah, the lyrical part of the music. Yeah.
For me, I feel like it's opposite because I got into like music through like loving lyrics.
Oh.
Like even I loved like rap and even like Turkish rap and stuff. But I think I really appreciated the lyrics, and that's what like connected me with music. I was like, I feel the lyrics, and then I got to learn more of the music side of it. But so you're coming from like the opposite part. You're like you were really in it. But that's nice. At the end, you're gonna get both, and you still do write like good lyrics.
Oh, thank you.
It represents you.
I'm
It's like
trying.
cool.
I'm trying, but I feel like it's because, as I said, like in my house, we used to listen to a lot of like funk and soul and Afrobeat music, and these types of music, it's like songs that are 7 or 10 minutes long, and you have like 3 lyrics. You know, like it's just like the music and like the beats that is very important. So my parents either are not really into like.
Lyrics. They're not
lyrics.
listening to Bob Dylan in the.
No, not really. not really.
Okay, but that's nice. I was gonna say, like, because you didn't know the people over there, like how, and they don't know who you are. And in Paris, you do have like your kind of identity. Like, even if you meet someone in the music scene here, someone knows you from a friend of a friend. Like you're like we know you. We're like fans of you. But how is it going there? And like. From no one knows anything about you. You have to present yourself. They don't know, like maybe they see you play or they don't see you play. Like how do you like prove yourself in a new environment?
I think just like I think which is cool in America, and it's that I feel like their culture, like they have no shame in like talking about money and business and promoting themselves. And in France, it's like more taboo.
Yeah.
Like all the talking about money
Yeah.
and doing your promotion and stuff. And Americans, they just go straight to the point, and I feel like it's very agreeable to be there. So I gained so much confidence because I learned to just like you go and you and also accept opportunities even though you don't think you can make it. Like you just accept it and then you see.
Then you go. You fake it till you make it. Like literally.
Yeah, you fake it till you make it. It's like my go-to for 2025.
And when that's nice, because I was gonna ask about that too after, like your New Year's resolutions. I'll ask after. But does it still help that you're like, I'm on a scholarship? So does people immediately like take you more seriously?
I don't really talk about it, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like when
If I had a full tuition, I'd be like,
but I
guys.
don't want to like brag, you know. So, and also I think it doesn't really change something because like the process of scholarships is so random.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
tried 2 times and you got 2 different.
Yeah, but like some people, they are so talented and they have like very low scholarships.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes they're also the contrary. So yeah, I don't think like the school how to say that, to me the experience and how you are is like better than like the school and your skills, you know.
Yeah.
Some of the best musicians I worked with are not even like the people who are doing the best at school or who are doing the best at jam sessions or anything.
Yeah.
The most precious things is the ideas you have and how you get to work with people.
Yeah. That's so true. I 100% believe that. And I feel like some people just have like a world inside of them.
Yeah.
And like maybe they won't excel academically in like the music, but that's not what music's about.
Yeah,
it's not
we
about
don't care.
Okay, one last question. I wanted to ask you, like I asked Sarah, about your artist name, JazzCuti.
Oh, yeah.
How did the name come?
But I actually
Such a French response.
my first name should have been Don't Forget the Panda because I love pandas.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And like I went to my friend's house and we were just talking like about my name and
You said it to them that you wanted it to be Don't
yeah,
Forget.
and he was like, maybe that's not like a good idea.
Maybe not
for
the
the
best.
music you want to do. Like, okay, here's my album. It's about my late depression. By Don't Forget the Panda. No, but like, I just looked up like in my family names, and actually my grandmother's family name was Cuti. And I really liked it because it's like four letters. It's very cute, and also it's a reference to
Fela Kuti.
It's a reference to Fela Kuti, which is like a major
Yeah.
music figure, especially in Afrobeat. So I thought it was cool.
It is cool.
And yeah,
Just even your name is cool. Like Jazz.
Yeah. I didn't want to. At the beginning, I didn't want to be called like Jazz.
Yeah.
Because it was. I thought it was too related to the style of music. But then also I was like, my name, like my original name is cool. So
why would you need to change it?
Would I? Yeah. So yeah. Now we're done. I
No,
just go
there's-
back to the French accent. I don't give a fuck now. Yeah,
Oh no, I want you to play music.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the podcast, Sarah. Okay, my 2 guests. So, for context,
Yeah.
we were all in the same school with Jazz and Zara. We're on a jazz school, and we had a group named Confessions. We still have a group named Confessions, but we used to be with Jazz before she went to America. I had mentioned in the last episode, and now you get to meet her. So maybe we do a confessions song, if you remember.
Yeah.
Hope to God I find the right person. Don't make me now, not the right version. Hope to God I find the right person. Hope to God I find the right person. Don't make me know the right person.